Hi, this is Odeean. Today I've got the Transformers, The Covenant of Primus. This is a new book in a fancy package. I bought it from Amazon. I haven't read the book yet. I just received it yesterday, but I've opened it up to make sure it's okay. So in this video, it's going to be a flip through. I'm going to show a few key pages, maybe read a couple of passages from it. I'm not going to look at every page, obviously, because this is copyrighted material. To give you some idea of how big this part of the package is, here we've got Masterpiece Optimus Prime. So you can see that package that it comes in is quite huge. Those of you who have watched my videos probably know I'm in Australia. Well, Amazon shipped this in a ridiculous, insane way to me, and it only cost $10 the shipping, but this was in a kind of sack, like a waterproof wheat sack. That's what it looked like. In that sack was a box as big as the box that I got Metroplex in. Inside that cardboard box was another cardboard box, which was a shipping box from the publisher. Inside the shipping box from the publisher was this cardboard. Inside this cardboard is a plastic case. Inside that is another cardboard box. So boxes, layer and layer of boxes. Just ridiculous. It must have cost them a lot more than $10 to ship it. Let's get it open and have a look. Before I open it, I guess I better read the short blurb on the back. Will take me a little bit of reading, so if you're just interested in the pictures, skip ahead. Okay, as fast as I can. After 30 years of Transformers storytelling, here at last is the complete volume that ties together all the lore surrounding Cybertron. This book is a gift to humans from Alpha Trion, the mentor of Optimus Prime and one of the legendary 13 Primes, the first Transformers. The Covenant of Primus reveals the origin story of the Transformers for the first time and traces the ages of history on Cybertron. The 13 Primes left a dual legacy of loyalty and betrayal, unity and discord. Their triumphs and their secret pain both cast a long shadow over their descendants on Cybertron, from the Quintesson invasion to the golden age of exploration to the war between Megatron and Optimus Prime. New stories and new heroes abound, as well as insights into familiar characters like Bumblebee, Ratchet and Shockwave. More than 60 illustrations of key characters and battles, most of them never before seen, lend immediacy to the stories on the page and bring ancient heroes to life. There we go. This sleeve pulls off like this, revealing another cardboard box. I forgot this box. More boxes. Inside that we've got the plastic tray, and the tray very snugly holds on to this case, Autobot symbol bookcase that the book itself is in. If you care about this thing, and you may not because this is really just a case for the book, be warned that this is a flimsy, cheap piece of plastic, and the very act of peeling it out of the case that it was in may break it. So I suggest taking the whole tray out and popping it out from behind. Anyway, it looks kind of alright. It's got a nice reflective eyes on the front here, and it's a big Autobot symbol. It's very hard to find a spot to put this, and I don't really want to keep it, but I can't bear to get rid of it because it's kind of cool looking, if you understand what I mean. There is a nice little hole on the back here, so I'm thinking I might just hang this on a wall and that will solve my problem. When we open it, there should be a transforming sound. Well, it's a very tinny, crappy sound. Let's listen to that again. I've had better sound effects on toys than this. Given that I didn't pay that much for it, I'm not too pissed off, but those people who are paying close to $100 for this might well be very angry at the low quality of that sound. This is the book that's inside. Now, I told you there was another cardboard box. I've actually chucked that out, but this book was in a cardboard box inside the plastic case, and it was also wrapped in plastic. And I thought that must be enough to keep it safe, but no. The workmanship on this cover is rubbish. So you can see this line here. This is not a scratch, and this one here, this is not a scratch, the cover of this book is some kind of film that's been stretched across the cardboard back, and it's done not properly. It's got creases in it, and you can kind of try to rub them out, but they're never fully going to go. So it's always got that ugly look on it. And this is the part I wanted. I didn't care about the Autobot head. I wanted the book, and unfortunately my book is not in fantastic condition. On the back cover we have a picture of Cybertron, and I've never seen this picture before. It's got a bronzish tinge to it, so I'm guessing this is Cybertron in the Golden Age. What I'm going to do now is just flip through. So after we've had a bit of a look, I might pick out something to read. So here we've got the Primes, Primer, Alpha Trion. They don't have a picture of Vector Prime. That's interesting. Solus Prime. I never knew Solus Prime was a fembot. I guess that's the forge of Solus Prime. The 13th Prime has no name. The Expulsion of Unicron. That's a pretty cool picture of Unicron. I would pay good money to have that in a big poster form. That's really nice. I'm not going to show every page. Just skipping. Perceptor, that looks like Fall of Cybertron art. I'm sure I've seen that somewhere else before. Ratchet, same with that one. Quintessons. That's Quintessons attacking Cybertron, it looks like. Jazz. This is particularly awesome. So we've got a War for Cybertron style Amiga Supreme, IDW kind of Devastator there. Bunch of other characters. That's really nice. I'd love to have a big picture of that as well. That's a fantastic picture. And it seems to end up somewhere where the guys look like Transformers Prime. Because that's pretty much the end of the book. I'm just going to read this little bit about Solus Prime because I think it explains, or it's a good explanation for fembots, why we've got them. And I quote, "I note at this point, for those of you who may be curious, the Primes and later the Transformers do not have gender in the same way that humans and certain other biological species do. Here Solus Prime and those who were later formed in her lineage are referred to as she in order to comply with your human gender reference terms and to show a distinction that Cybertronians recognize amongst themselves, though other races do not. To Cybertronians there are two distinctive kinds that we easily divide ourselves into, recognizing key feature differences in the manner in which information is processed. It is widely supposed among the remaining primes that this difference was necessary for Solus herself to operate the creation lathe, which required a vast capacity for wide-ranging and parallel thought processing." And I won't read the rest. So basically, Solus Prime and other fembots are the way they are, not because they're female in our terms, but for her to do her job, she had to think differently. That's curious. Another little tidbit is that Unicron was an exact duplicate of Primus in every way except for the frequency of his energy systems. Okay, so after reading through most of this, I find it a little bit boring, to be honest. It's not like having a comic. It's not like my hardcover IDW collections. I really love those. It's more like putting to rest a whole bunch of stuff that you were wondering about and forming a kind of more definite canon that other things later can probably depend on. I think it's kind of necessary. Now that it's been done, I just hope that this is the bottom line and we don't have a redo of this somewhere down the track, because it's a pretty bold statement, the Covenant of Primus. It's like a book straight from their god, and I think now that it's been done, everything should use this as the jumping off point, and I don't want to see a reboot of any of the stuff that's written in this book. It's too much to really share with you here, and I'm sure that others will have conversations much better than what I could do it more justice than what I could. But if you want to have a cool book, I recommend getting it at a cheap price, probably from Amazon. I paid about $60 shipped for this, which is not too bad, but it is not a nail biter by any means, and not that much fun. I don't know if fun's the right word. It's not that exciting. So it's fun to know the information in here and to learn the little tidbits, but it's not something you're going to want to read again. So anyway, this has been my kind of flash through of the Covenant of Primus. I'm Odeean. Thank you for watching.